graphical depiction of the impact of a tariff. And whenever we are required to discuss a graph, we start off by explaining the original points. What do I mean by the original points? Looking at our graph there, we can see that our original demand curve is represented by D, this, and our original supply curve is represented by S. At this point, this is what we were demanding, and this is what was being supplied in the economy, including the international market. So now the government realizes that, okay, local industries are affected. How can we help these local industries? They then start charging international markets a certain levy to bring goods into the country. So suppose that the government imposes a tariff on suppliers. What is going to happen to the supply of goods and services from the international market? Okay, fewer suppliers are going to be willing to supply goods to South Africa, and the reason is because of the charge that is imposed. Remember now, the government taxes them for bringing goods into South Africa. So some suppliers will leave the market. What do we mean by leaving the market? They will no longer supply some of their goods to South Africa. Hence, we have a decline in our supply curve. And how do we show a decline in the supply? We said that a decrease in supply is represented by an upward shift of the supply curve, leaving us with a new supply curve represented by S1. After we have explained the original points, we show the impact of a tariff, which is showing that suppliers will leave the market. Okay, initially we were in equilibrium at point E1, whereby consumers were buying 100,000 quantity of goods and services which were imported, and they were bought at a price of 8 rand each. Then when the government imposes a tariff, there are fewer suppliers who will still be willing to supply that particular good to our